Hey guys, welcome to the video. Now today's video is going to be talking about methods and tips to optimize how to get Herba Mystica. And as you'll know, that's mainly from Terra raid battles. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Twitch for more content involving Pokemon and myself. Either way guys, let's get on with it. Now, the only real way to get Herba Mystica in the game is through Terra raid battles, but the problem tends to be that the drops are rather inconsistent, and moreover, certain raids give certain herbs, and it's about finding out which ones do which. So what we're going to discuss first is the specifics of the raid battles and which raid battles give the best output of herbs. So, the two types of raids that drop herbs are the 5-star and the 6-star, and different Pokemon will drop different types of herbs, and I'll leave a list of that down below. However, when it comes to 6-star raids, the Pokemon that you specifically want are going to appear on screen, and those are Blissey, Vaporeon, Vigoroth, Amoonguss, Cetitan, and Dodonzo. Now, these raids have a chance of dropping basically every single type of herb, which means they are far more valuable than the other raids. And that then means that you should, in essence, farm these as much as you can. But when it comes to raids, the random system isn't very good. So getting consistent raids isn't very good. So we're going to discuss how can you get these Pokemon consistently. Now, as you can see on screen, we have a Dragonite 6-star raid that we have access to. Now, unfortunately, this raid is not going to do what we want it to do, and that means we're going to have to reset it. But how do we reset it? Well, it's actually quite simple. Now, what you're going to want to do is come down to your settings. And once you get to settings, you're going to head down to system. And from there, you're going to go to date and time. You will then go here and put your day forward by 1 and click OK, go back into the game, and then you'll come to this screen. Now, as you can see, the raid has reset and we've got a new raid right in front of us. Now, this one's no use to us anyway, even if it was a 5-star. And what I would say is sometimes this will not reset the raid. So what you're going to have to do is repeat it again. Sometimes it takes 2 attempts, basically. Now, then we look around, and we are going to find our new Terra raid, which will be located somewhere else in the map. Another thing I would add is keep an eye on your spawns of outbreaks, because sometimes there's quite rare outbreak spawns. For example, if you ever see a Wiglet one, jump on it with 2 feet, because it is a very rare spawn. But yeah, that's how you reset your daily limit. And it also means once you've completed a Terra raid, if you complete the 6-star raid, you can do this to get a new one. So it's a way to infinitely farm raids. So as you can see, we've found one of the raids we're looking for, which happens to be a Vaporeon raid with the Dark Terra type. Now we could go in and see what happens, or we can optimize our chances to find a better reward. And I think you might know where it's going with that. That's right, we're making a sandwich. Now, the thing I would say about any sandwich that you do make at this point is just be very careful with how you stack it, because it can and will affect the sandwich that you ultimately create. Because if all the ingredients fall off, well, you're not going to get the effect that you're looking for. So at this point, all you really need to do is go into the raid and take on that Pokemon. Now, this can be a lot harder than it seems, especially if you have to bring randoms, but if you've got friends, then you should be able to take it down fairly easily, and you'll get to reap the rewards of beating up that 6-star Pokemon. So, our rewards for defeating Vaporeon, we're getting a bitter herb and a sour herb. And the thing about this is, when you use the tier 2 raid power, you get 2 extra rewards. That's pretty much the 2 herbs that we got. So if we didn't use that, there's a good chance we would have got nothing. So it's definitely worth using if you're using raids in this fashion. So the obvious question becomes, why not just look in the random raid tool? Well, there's a couple of issues with that. Now, while resetting and trying to find a raid that way can be time consuming and sometimes take a while, it has certain distinct advantages. First off, with this method, you at least know you're getting into the raid. And with the random method, quite often you'll find the raids are already full. Then you have to wait in order to reset, and sometimes even when you reset, you can't get into a raid that you want, and sometimes you don't find a raid that you want. On top of that, the raid sandwiches aren't going to work with this method, because unless you're finding raid that's already the type that you've used a sandwich for, you aren't getting the additional rewards. And then comes player error. If you go into a raid and the team fails, you're put back to square one and you are then looking for a raid again. Whereas if you fail your own raid, you can go in an unlimited amount of times until you complete it. So you're guaranteed to eventually get some reward for your efforts. Whereas with the random mode, you're goosed. So, that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and as well as that, don't forget to check out our Twitch channel where we are regularly streaming at least once to maybe twice a week, potentially more, and we are usually doing Pokemon-related content or other things. It really just depends on what we're doing and what is going on in that particular week. So definitely check the links for all the things we've discussed today down below, as well as all my social tabs. Either way, guys, I'll catch you next time.